they didn't have, they didn't have shopping malls, especially in little towns.
Sure.
And there was no Walmart or anything else like that. So a lot of times, this wasn't the case with the store right next to the barber shop, but two doors further down, there was a furniture store, and the furniture store also was where the Undertaker ran the furniture store and sold coffins. That was often the time because the coffins were made by the furniture companies, and so. But anyway, the barber shop was right next to this other store, and it was a bakery at this particular time. And I mentioned earlier about the pot-bellied stove in the barber shop, and we have a picture of it. You can see the pipe chimney runs up to the ceiling, and then across the ceiling goes through the hole, or through a hole in the wall that separated the bakery from the barber shop, and over to the chimney, which took the smoke out. Um, One day, Tom again was someplace and came back, and the fire wagon was there. He didn't have a fire truck; they had a wagon, literally a wagon that Frank Monteith, who had he was the mechanic in town, had an old Packard with a hitch on the back of it. And whenever there was a fire, he would drive his Packard to the firehouse where the wagon was and hook it up and haul it to the
That would take some time.
haul it to the fire. Well, there was all this commotion going on around the barber shop, and Uncle Tom came and asked what was going on. And the woman who owned their bakery shop was, as the story goes, a little old white-haired lady with a white apron on and so forth. She came out. She was all black. And Tom, I wasn't there, so I didn't know for sure if that's what he said, but he probably would have said, "Good God Almighty, Helen, what happened?" And by this time, my grandfather was coming up the street. And as the story goes, Uncle Tom talked to him, I guess, in private and asked him what really happened. And Grandpa said, I guess Grandpa was the kind that wanted to make sure that things were working right. Buddy's tooth he needed to fix that. And the chimney wasn't working right. The smoke wasn't going out right. So he said, he says, I got this little handful of gunpowder and I threw it in there, and he said it blew up. And it went through, and it blew the pipe